Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show, the live edition of the Pro Wrestling Show for this Backlash review. We just found out the home of next year's WrestleMania. WrestleMania goes Vegas. We need Vegas. What days in Vegas? Days in Vegas. WrestleMania heads to Las Vegas. Won't believe what's going on. We'll talk about it coming up in the big store Wrestling Hot Topic. We'll talk about this. Speaking of this, the Bloodline went against Andy Orton and Kevin Owens. We'll talk about the unfortunate event that we didn't see coming throughout the entire match. We're going to get with the Backlash review. As the champion Cody Rhodes defending his championship. We'll talk about it coming up. Pro Wrestling Show presents Backlash review. Just start right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe and send. Tell a friend. Call a friend. Hit that subscribe button. Man, what a Backlash it was. We get to Backlash coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show. 5 matches. 4 championship matches and 1 grudge match. Grudge team match that we see coming. So let's not waste no time whatsoever. Let's get things started with this. We get things started with the tag team match. That's Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and took on the new Bloodline, Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. So how these sparks was going to elevate this whole entire match. We see that Kevin Owens came out there to a French Canadian welcome. Kevin Owens can speak a little French in the city of France. They were in France. But things got a little bit crazy throughout the whole entire match. I mean crazier throughout the whole entire match. I think when Paul Heyman was making sense of what went down and stuff, we know. We saw that SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis came out there to reprimand the Bloodline and wanted this match to kick off and get restarted because it wasn't going to end like this in France. All of a sudden, who is this? Tama Tonga's brother enters the Bloodline, enters the fray. As you see right here, I forgot his name, but if y'all know who he is, let me know. I'm going to get to know who he is. I know of him. He was Micah, and many of you may forgot who he was back in the day. Someone pointed out here, Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, and Micah, they were all in Impact TNA Wrestling nearly a decade ago, and now they're all in WWE a decade later. Paul Heyman looking a little bit stunned and shocked on what went down. I think Paul Heyman type of person, like, I got to go with the flow, because if I don't, then they're going to tag me. I think what Heyman listening to now. You see them attacking Kevin Owens throughout the entire match. Heyman even tried to show mercy to Tama Tonga, try to take him down. Tama Tonga. Yeah, I did predict it. This was going to be the ending of that match, and it did. It kind of helped out with what was going on. I think Tama Tonga, he got to be okay, but the injuries and stuff like that, what went down. But you can tell Paul Heyman was pleading for mercy for Tama Tonga and crew to let Kevin Owens go. I think Kevin Owens now realizing he might have a bit more than what he can chew. I think that's what he thought. I think this is not far from over. As Kevin, as you saw, sorry folks, a glance of Jay Uso getting ready for his time match against Damian Priest for the World Championship. But Solo leading his own bloodline and don't know what's going on. Even Paul Heyman looking a little bit perplexed on what's going on. I can't never see Paul Heyman a good guy it's like he's there temporarily, but you know Heyman got to turn and go when the wind blows. I think we probably see the bloodline, Roman and the Usos team up, take down this new bloodline, take them down like the Avengers or something like that. But it was kind of fitting to see that. Um, like we said, Micah. I mean, you might remember Michael. He was part of let's see, forgot his name. Part of some group or something. Now they're back. Hopefully, make them badasses or something down the road, and we'll see how it's gonna go. But that's how it started. But they finished it with a new member in the group. So a lot of people are expecting Jacob Fatu to join the group eventually. We'll have to wait and see if Jacob Fatu will make his debut sooner rather than later. But as you can tell, Jacob Micah has a lot of history in WWE. He knows a thing or two about the WWE ropes. They went out and went to New Japan, and like I said, with New Japan Pro Wrestling, you can tell how that went down. So Micah with the history. We get to the second match of the night. The second match of the night was for the WWE Women's Championship, a triple threat match. It's Bayley set to defend her championship against Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, in a first. Tiffany Stratton looking for some gold as well as Naomi. We told you on the SmackDown ring report yesterday. Hey, these two women want to beat down each other. We could call it SmackDown rebound. We might call it that. We might give it a new look, a new feel down the road, but we'll see. Ring bound or something like that. But we can tell you right now, Bayley left as the women's champion. Bayley did the inside cradle. Bayley got the win over Naomi. She pinned Naomi to win. They didn't want Tiffany Stratton to eat that loss, but throughout that match, it was Bayley mostly on Naomi trying to get the control and stuff, control the match, taking Bayley down. We know there was a competitive matchup form, and Tiffany Stratton wanted to be WWE Women's Champion. Tiffany Stratton was far from that, succeeding and stuff. How they're going, Tiffany Stratton wanted her shot, her chance of winning the Women's Championship. Did not come to fruition, but you can tell Naomi felt good for Bayley. It was just competition, friendly competition, rather than jealousy, envy, and misery. But Naomi showed that she can put her differences aside and give Bayley that hug that Bayley needed, and Bayley defend the championship in a triple threat match. A selfish act from Naomi for her to do what she did, but we kind of know now that Bayley may be her next challenger, might be Nia Jax. That rivalry being renewed again, so we probably see that coming forward next time for Bayley to defend her championship against Nia Jax down the road. So look for that. Also, too, we talk about this. The world championship, the world heavyweight title was on the line. As main event Jey Uso. Can he win the gold and be a yeet and yeet it? And Damian Priest in his first title defense, defending the championship and stuff. We told you earlier, main event Jey Uso had a run in with the new bloodline, including his brother, his younger brother, Solo, and his group and his new groups, the Samoan dynasty from Japan. Well, main event Jey Uso electrifying the crowd with the Heat movement. Main event Jey Uso wants to be world champion. He has to go through this man right here, Damian Priest. Main event Jey Uso wanted to showcase that he can become the next world champion and lead the Raw brand into the near future, which he is the top babyface on Raw right now. No question about it. Well, the match was that. A lot of interference, outside interference is late from JD Madonna, who really wanted to get involved and showcase what he could do. Plus, too, you see right here, it was like a lot of miscommunication between JD Madonna and Damian Priest. Damian Priest may be on the verge of leaving the Judgment Day because of the miscommunication within the Judgment Day. Like the Bloodline got it bad. It looked like the Judgment Day may have it bad. But at the end, Damian Priest took it to main event Jay throughout the entire match, ramming him down, and with the help of Finn Balor and JD Madonna, Damian Priest won the match. But there's still some tension as Damian wanted to having anger issues with Finn Balor, the miscommunication. I'm telling you right now. But Damian Priest retains his world championship. But you can tell there's going to be some problems right here. Damian Priest pinned Jey Uso to win. Jey Uso eat the loss. But you got to wonder, like, why did Jey Uso, that momentum that he has going now, that momentum about to die a little bit. I just don't know what they're doing, but WWE's scheme of things, they think they're doing something right. But you can tell there's going to be some issues lingering. You can tell, look right here. Damian command them and order them to stand around him as the world champion. But I can tell you right now, Finn Balor's going to turn on Damian Priest, and JD Madonna's already well too. They're going to turn on, and you're going to see Finn want to challenge Damian for the world championship down the road. And that's going to be the story to tell. So we'll see how this is going to play out. But you can tell right there, there's some tension within the Judgment Day. They just ain't going to say it, but that the tension is cut. You can cut it deep with a knife. The tension is there. So we're going to see that eventually between these two, and what's going to happen with the Judgment Day. Will the Judgment Day explode right in between our very own eyes? We'll see. But speaking of that, the women's tag team titles were on the line as the Kabuki Warriors, better known as Asuka and Kairi Sane, defended the women's tag team championships against no more contenders Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are similar in strength, size, and beauty. Bianca Belair and Jade wanted to show the world that Black Girl Magic was here and it was ready. And you see right here, Bianca and Jade showing that strength and beauty, that finesse that they did with the Kabuki Warriors. Weren't going to take the titles away from them. It wasn't going to be an easy feat. They're going to have to take the championship. But throughout the match, Jade did a crossbody on both Kabuki Warriors. A lot of people saying that Jade got communication issues, not going by match script and stuff like what's next move after move. They said what was going on, but throughout the match, you couldn't notice and you couldn't tell. But at the end, Jade and Bianca, like I predicted, are the new women's tag team champions, and they're going to be on both shows. The Kabuki Warriors will be on Raw. They'll be landing on Raw. They can't go nowhere else. They'll be just on Raw until they win those tag team titles back. But Bianca and Jade will be traveling champions. They can go to Raw, SmackDown, NXT, you name it. Whoever want to issue the challenge. But Bianca and Jade did their moment. You know, what a historic moment for both women. Bianca becomes a Grand Slam, a Triple Crown winner, winning both women's championships, and now the tag team championship to her resume, as well as Jade becoming a tag team champion in damn near in her third WWE match or fourth WWE match. That's impressive. Jade was a champion in a previous company at AEW as the inaugural TBS champion. And now Jade, from being the TBS champion to a WWE tag champion, is a great feeling for Jade Cargill. I can tell you that right now. So congratulations to the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Well deserved by Jade and Bianca. They're gonna continue that momentum heading towards King and Queen of the Ring. We'll tell you a little bit later on Wrestling Hot Topics, King and Queen of the Ring. We got some of the cards for matches for the men's qualifier as well as the women's. So we'll talk about that coming up. Good card coming up for the women's. I'll tell you that right now. And men's coming up for this Monday is Raw. Well, we get to the main event. The main event right here is for the undisputed WWE Championship. Champion Cody Rhodes coming off the heels of his historic win at WrestleMania, finishing his story, has a chance to go against no one contender AJ Styles. Cody Rhodes looking confident, smiling, looking confident as ever. Cody wants to defend the championship. He goes against a worthy competitor better known as AJ Styles. AJ Styles taken to the mat with Cody Rhodes. This ain't the first time AJ has wrestled a Rhodes. Nearly 20 years ago, AJ was in TNA in the early stages, when the early years of TNA, went against the American Dream, Cody's father, Dusty Rhodes, in an NWA championship match that Dusty made famous back in the 70s and 80s. And AJ won that night, but this time it was about the father and the son. But AJ went against both father and son. AJ Styles took it to Cody Rhodes throughout the whole entire match. Cody Rhodes, you can see right here the pre-match liminaries. Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles getting the set, and AJ knows, his time is near. But Cody Rhodes set the example as the WWE champion. Cody getting the accolades that he so richly deserved. Cody was early on trying to mock AJ Styles when being on AJ. See, one day I like Cody a little bit, but it's like sometimes he do stuff to please folks, and it'd be like, you a heel, you just don't want to act like you're a heel, but hey, you were a heel way back when, but hey, it is what it is. But Cody, suffering the effects of that shoulder, that elbow that he did right here. Cody Rhodes taking the effects of that shoulder. We thought it was a scare when he had went against Carmelo Hayes, and we thought it was a shoulder injury, but Cody proved to be wrong. Well, Cody used the Kimura a lot right here. That been famous by Brock Lesnar. I don't know if Brock's coming back, or they're teasing that Brock's coming back or not, or what's going on. Who knows? But Cody Rhodes went through that story last year. He glad to come out there and kind of overcome that story on what we saw. But Cody Rhodes defeated the phenomenal AJ Styles and retains the WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes retained his championship. And, I don't know why he said earlier, before he became champion, he won the wing time championship. Going with the big W, my man. But Cody Rhodes has done it. He has retained his championship in his first championship defense. Cody Rhodes has done it. The American Nightmare lives on another day as the WWE champion. So congratulations, Cody, and his championship defenses. All the champions, Cody, Bailey, they all defended their championships, and we got new champions in Bianca and Jay, as well as Damian Priest defended his championship. We can show Damian defending the championship. Damian Priest retained his championship as well. So it was a lot going on Backlash. The Backlash after WrestleMania, what it was going to be, and we kind of know where the champions stand and stood over this. All right, we're going to end the Backlash ring review report. We're going to go over to Wrestling Hot Topics. On Wrestling Hot Topics, we were finding out, it was rumored, it was true. The rumors are true that WrestleMania will be coming to Las Vegas in Allegiant Stadium. WrestleMania coming to Las Vegas, Nevada for WrestleMania. A lot of people thought WrestleMania was coming to Minnesota. Everybody goes to Minnesota next year, the year after. And it was a speedy process. WrestleMania coming to Las Vegas at Allegiant Stadium. Allegiant Stadium did host WWE. They hosted SummerSlam 2021. Now they're coming back for WrestleMania in Las Vegas. What a phenomenal thing, WrestleMania. They said throughout NBC, it was going to be on NBC. It did. WrestleMania will be coming to Las Vegas. So the appeal, the travel, and stuff like that, WrestleMania coming to Las Vegas. So congratulations, WWE. They finally announced WrestleMania is coming to Las Vegas, April 19th, April 20th. It'll be 420. It'll be a first ever 420 WrestleMania. We'll see. Speaking of that, we heard about the King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring matches. Lyra Valkyria will take on Asuka in a Queen of the Ring final, quarterfinal. I guess match, first round match, as well as for the women, Shayna Baszler taking on former Queen of the Ring winner, or Baszler used to be Queen's Crown winner, Zelina Vega. Did she win the crown again? We'll see. Well, Also, too, Io Scott taking on Natalia one-on-one. We'll see that match. One-on-one for the women. Speaking of the men's, WWE Speed Champion Ricochet, considered like a cruiserweight champion now. Take on Ilya Dragunov. We'll see that match. Former NXT champion Ilya Dragunov making his Raw debut officially on Monday against Ricochet. We'll see that match as well. Another match that many people want to talk about, a rematch from their days, Gunther versus Sheamus, a Clash of the Castle rematch. These two will meet one-on-one, Gunther versus Sheamus. Who's going to prevail in this match? Also, too, the battle of the former heavyweight champion, Drew McIntyre, the second world heavyweight champion, takes on the inaugural Universal champion, Finn Balor. They will have a match for the King of the Ring tournament as well. And a dream match that we never thought would happen, Rey Mysterio versus Kofi Kingston. Rey Mysterio takes on Kofi Kingston one-on-one. Both of them are former WWE champions. So we'll see this match head down on the men's and King's Queen of the Ring coming up this week on Raw. We'll get to see how they're going to prevail and stuff. Speaking of that, we just got a recent photo of Seth Rollins' new look. Seth Rollins looks unrecognizable with that beard, but he looks a little bit better, shaving and stuff. He finally shaved that, what off of his face. Seth Rollins looked like a square, or a pistol square. But he's with Becky Lynch, the Women's World Champion. I don't know why she brought her belt for the Kentucky Derby. I get it. But from promo and progress, but she kept that belt at home. She kept that belt at home, but she wanted to bring it. Becky Lynch wanted to bring a championship to show the Kentucky viewers, Kentucky audience, that she is indeed a champion. Okay. But speaking of that, at Backlash, they said they had got these hints and clues. So you see Uncle Howdy coming back? Could be a possibility. Uncle Howdy coming back soon, what you think? But these QR codes and stuff, you did this. So who he's talking about? Who knows what he's talking about? We'll see. Well, speaking of that, Backlash was the largest gate in any arena show in WWE history. So Backlash beat a record being the largest gate in any arena history. So kudos to Backlash. So I guess we're gonna end it right here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We're gonna leave you with the undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes retaining his WWE Championship over AJ Styles. What's next for Cody? We'll find out on SmackDown. We know the King and Queen tournament finals begin on Raw, and it continues on SmackDown. So we're going to see this tournament final goes on. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching this edition of the Backlash Review Show. I've been your host, Kenny Dick, saying so long. We'll see you Monday for the Raw.